The Red Stripe Premier League is back. It has returned to the home of champions, and Waterhouse and Cavalier will be the two teams battling on the day we consummate the relationship yet again. SportsMax and the RSPL are going to do great things for the rest of the season. Lance Whitaker is waiting for us at Jerusalem Stadium to join us for a live preview of what's in store for us at Jerusalem Stadium. And Mr. Whitaker, his voice will be on commentary later on. Let's hear from him now.
Well, the story, George, as you just mentioned, we welcome to the home of champions, Red Stripe Premier League football once again for the 2019-20 season, and the Jerusalem Stadium is where the action will be tonight. Waterhouse, beaten finalists 2 years in a row, current leaders, top of the table of the RSPL. They'll be up against a Cavalier team that has provided with Waterhouse some exciting and thrilling action for the fans in the past couple of years. In the last 11 meetings between these two teams, we've had 3 Waterhouse wins, 3 Cavalier wins, and 5 drawn results. And these two teams don't do nil-all draws, so we are expecting goals tonight. Good conditions here at the Jerusalem Stadium for this fixture tonight. Waterhouse bubbling with confidence after what has been one of the best starts they've had to the Premier League in recent years. Their start looks pretty much similar to what they had last year, but if we go back to 2 years ago, they were winless from their first 6 games, including a 5-0 loss to Portmore. Nothing like that this year. They're at the top of the table. So we are completing round 9 tonight, 8 completed rounds of the league, a league that has some changes. Of course, the Western teams, Montego Bay United and Reno, relegated after dismal seasons in 2018-2019. We've seen 2 where the Malines United team and Veer United were promoted to the top flight after topping a qualification series this past summer that included former champions Wadada finishing 3rd in that table. We've also seen the departure of Shabar Thomas, the championship winning coach at Portmore. He's now in the Turks and Caicos Islands doing international duties there. Jerome Waite doesn't coach the Arnett Gardens team any longer, and that certainly looks strange here, seeing an Arnett Gardens jungle team line up without Jerome Waite putting the instructions out from the sidelines. Donovan Duque also not at the Mount Pleasant team. He was fired early in the season, did start the season, but after a couple of weeks he was replaced as the coach, and the longtime Boys Town coach Andrew Price now strategizes at Humble Land, where he got a victory on Sunday, in fact, and they have positioned themselves among the top 3. So a look at Sunday's results now from the Red Stripe Premier League. Dunbeholden, second-year performance in the league, 1-0 over UWI. Humble Land 2-1 over Malines United. Second consecutive loss to Malines, who had won 6 in a row in a tremendous start to their Red Stripe Premier League campaign. Veer United, the other promoted team, 1-1 with Arnett Gardens, and Harbour View winning by 1-0 over Tivoli Gardens. So Malines, with that loss to Humble Land last night, missing the opportunity to go ahead of Waterhouse in the points table, which at the moment looks like this. Waterhouse top of the table at the moment with 19 points, jointly with Malines, but on goal difference, Waterhouse are leaders. Harbour View well positioned in 3rd spot there. Humble Land in the number 4 position. Arnett Gardens in 5th, and Cavalier, the number 6 team, in 11 points at the moment. With a victory tonight, they will displace Humble Land in 4th spot. And look at the bottom of the table. Veer United and UWI, significantly, both those teams had won their opening games of the season, but they've been winless since that. So they are now bottom of the table, UWI and Veer United. Waterhouse top of the table. One of the main reasons why the Waterhouse team is top of the league at the moment is Deva Williams, their aggressive, big, strong forward, who is the scoring leader in the league at the moment with 5 goals. Steve, first of all, congratulations on the fine season you've been having with Waterhouse, and a tremendous start to the season for your team.
Thank you, sir. Yes, it's
how would you assess what has gone right for Waterhouse so far this season?
Well, it's the hard work that we do in training each and every day. We come out here as a team, we work hard, follow the coach's instruction, and go out there and put out the work.
I know last year and the year before you weren't so prolific in scoring. You had injury issues and you didn't get a lot of playing time. But already with 5 goals this season, you've gone way past your tally of 2 goals last season. How do you feel about your own personal achievements so far this year?
Well, first and foremost, I have to put God first. No injury for the start of this season. And what I said, I just don't want to look back on my past. I want to move forward, do the right thing.
One thing that we've got to look at is that water preliminary competitive action in the CONCACAF Champions League. You were up against Heredania of Costa Rica, and you also faced Motagua of Honduras, two teams that I guess in the action there prepared you to be pretty sharp at the start of the season, when many of the other teams in the Red Stripe Premier League were probably taking time to find their footing.
Yeah, what we did, that was just to prepare us for the season, and with that we have a bad.
All right, so Red Stripe Premier League there at the Jerusalem Stadium. Waterhouse will battle Cavalier in the first fixture on SportsMax for the new campaign. Recall that we weren't on board to start the season, but what is past is prologue, as a good book once said, and so we're moving forward from here. SportsMax will be the broadcasters of the league until season's end, at the very least, and we promise to lift it to the levels that you enjoyed it at. There's a special treat, though, for the fans in Jamaica, because our productions were only seen by fans in Jamaica when they watched us on the SportsMax app, and because they couldn't see it when they put SportsMax, their TV on SportsMax in Jamaica. But now, that will not be so. They'll be able to watch us because we are the ones. So you can just go home and watch. You don't have to use it on the app. Although you should have the app for everything, for every reason.
Must?
Yeah, the app is a must-have. It's like water and electricity and
George,
telephone service.
As you say in that, you know, sometimes you could look at the app, look at your television, and you're watching different things at the same time.
Absolutely. Yeah. Right. So watch something else on the app, but watch the game on SportsMax, SportsMax 2 all season long.